would say from an early age, I was always very musical. I recall being at street fairs in New York City and being entranced to the people selling African drums and djembes of sorts and wanting to be part of that, and always just feeling like I had something that I wanted to do with music, something with rhythm specifically. I would say music played the main role in my childhood. My parents found a school on 67th Street called the Special Music School. I had to audition at 3 years old. I got in, I started playing violin ages K through 8. When I was in 4th grade, I was able to advocate to begin having drum lessons. I studied with Chris Graham. I kind of just came up going through playing music. I was in a highly musical environment, both being in New York City and being in this specialized school. And I think music kind of just shaped my childhood. Most moments where I wasn't in class, I was either thinking about or playing or rehearsing music. I eventually stopped playing violin, but I do think that sense of melodic training and pitch recognition still helps me in my professional life today. My family was incredibly supportive in both my start and professional pursuit of my dreams. My parents were the one that found out about the music school, and they really took the initiative to help me get in there and continue to support my music education both inside and outside of school, all the way through the end of high school, ultimately helping me with my auditions when I was auditioning for various music colleges and conservatories, which, you know, that's no easy feat. That takes a lot of support. It's an intense process entering the music world as a college student, trying to pursue it professionally both inside and out of school, and they've been nothing but supportive. So the world pretty much shut down March of my sophomore year, when I was starting to get really serious about jazz music. And at first it felt like terrible timing because this was a music that I was just starting to dip my feet into, and I couldn't do without the nature of an ensemble just because of how that music is oriented. There's a lot of sitting at home practicing the entire day. I wasn't necessarily at a point where I could play everything that I was listening to, but it was just as much how much can I dive into it and learn this music from a historical and like audio standpoint before trying to put any of it onto the drum set. I think I want to say it was June or July of the pandemic where it was cautiously, optimistically available to go outside and try to pursue brief amounts of social distance, masked outdoor playing. And I didn't really have too much of a network of jazz musicians at this time, just because so much of my upbringing was in classical percussion, which was originally what I thought I wanted to pursue after high school. In terms of the jazz itinerary, I started playing on the street corners and playing in the parks, and I would slowly meet enough people to make this a feasible dream. And a lot of these people are people I'm still playing with now in professional indoor settings. I honestly think the pandemic leveled the playing field a little bit, but because so many people were playing in the parks and on the streets, there were so many just great musicians that I got to hear and connect with who I wouldn't necessarily have had the opportunity to be around.
What have been some proud moments in your early career as a musician?
Well, I do think back to what I was saying about the pandemic, kind of launching whatever this jazz career that I have. I kind of did it without much of a school or a formalized program or itinerary like some other musicians come up doing, and I kind of self-started where I wanted to be. I made the connections, I took the initiative to put together bands, put together performance opportunities that wouldn't have been given to me otherwise. So I think in that entrepreneurship sense, I do see the payoff and benefit of being a, I guess, self-starter, you could say. Semester, my ultimate goal is to just do the freelance thing in New York and see how much I can push myself and the places I can end up in because of my music, and just see where the music takes me and always take care of the music first and foremost.